By the end of this video, you're going to know step by step how to upgrade your Capital One Platinum MasterCard to some of the best credit cards with Capital One for free travel, cash back, and much more. Because let's be real, the Capital One Platinum card is complete trash. Little harsh, but friendly reminder, don't skip around too much in this video because the last part is the most important, and I'm going to share very important things along the way that's going to help you get your credit card upgrade. But first, we have to talk about why upgrading your credit card is different from just flat out applying for a new one, and then we'll talk about what credit cards you should be upgrading into. First things first, I want you to understand that Capital One is one of the best credit cards to have in your wallet because they're one of the biggest subprime borrowers in the USA, and they really do help people build and rebuild up their credit because they offer a ton of financial products, whether it be starter credit cards or credit building products down the road. So don't be ashamed if you've had these cards or they're stuck on your report, because the truth of the matter is, after helping thousands of people each year fix and rebuild their credit, Capital One is one of the biggest credit cards on their profile that's helping them push them forward. Whether it's Capital One, Chase, American Express, Citi, or Discover, it's very important to have these big banks on your report and to stay away from the really bad banks like Synchrony Bank and the banks that really just don't offer you anything in the long run and just smack you around with fees every month. Which brings us to our next point. You shouldn't be just applying for cards erratically and applying for cards that you don't need. So we're first going to talk about why upgrading your card is better than just applying for a new one. So two reasons. First reason is that Capital One limits the amount of credit cards you could have on your report to 5 Capital One credit cards. So when you upgrade your card, it doesn't count as a new credit card versus applying for a new one. And two, upgrading your credit card is going to keep the same account age, and it's not going to hurt your average age of accounts or hurt your credit score in any way. In fact, it could even help you get a higher credit limit, which we'll cover towards the end of the video. And there is a downside. When you upgrade your card, you're not going to qualify for the new card sign-up bonus because technically you're not applying for a new card, you're just doing what's called a product change. Wasn't really supposed to highlight that in this video, but the goal of this is to get away from the Capital One Platinum card and get the best credit cards with Capital One, not really care about a sign-up bonus. So sign-up bonus is a low priority for this video, but we're going to go up the Capital One credit card ladder. So that said, you need to understand the Capital One credit card ladder so I can make sure you're going up and not just going down to a worse credit card with more fees. And I must warn you, next part of the video is by far the most important because I'm going to share with you 2 important ratios. If you mess them up, you probably won't get the Capital One upgrade. The Capital One credit card ladder is simple, yet it's tricky, so I'll make it quick. They offer cards to rebuild your credit, they offer cards for cash back, they offer cards for dining and entertainment, and they offer travel credit cards. And what do we have here? Popular credit cards, that platinum credit card. My 3 favorites are the Savor One, the Quicksilver card, and then the Venture X. Savor One and Quicksilver, to keep it short and sweet, they give you benefits, however they have no annual fee. The Venture X is their premium mumbo jumbo travel card, so it does have an annual fee, however the benefits far outweigh that. It does require the highest credit score, so you really have to pick and choose on where you're at in your journey. I personally went all the way up to the Venture X because I value travel rewards. Simple rule of thumb, stay away from the cards that are listed as rebuilding your credit. Of course, it's okay to get those cards when you are rebuilding or building your credit, but the point of this video is to move you up and not down. So typically you want to stay away from anything that says Platinum MasterCard, Platinum Secured, Quicksilver Secured, and then the Quicksilver One is the bad credit version of the Quicksilver. Stay away. If you're still watching this video, smash that subscribe button. I know you want to be smarter with your money. Smash that button now. Alright, step 1 of upgrading your Capital One card is going into the app or the computer and logging in. It works both ways, so it's preference. We're going to start off by updating your income and employment in the settings, but I must warn you, there's going to be 2 ratios they're going to ask about, so pay close attention. So updating your income with Capital One, thankfully they allow you to use your household income, which technically is any income that's available to you and readily available to you, whether it be a spouse's income, whether it be child support, whether it be some sort of disability, whatever they quantify as your household income. They have a short description there you could look at for a reference. You can use on this form. If you got a side hustle, Jose's power washing or Joe's roofing, you could also throw that money in there so it helps give you a little bit of a bump. When you update your employer, I don't care if you're self-employed, make sure to input your employed and put the business's name. For example, if I have a consulting company, I'm going to put employed, I'm going to put the owner, and I'm going to put Joe's Consulting LLC. You don't want to put that you're self-employed because it could trigger a red flag and they're going to look into your business's financials or potentially do that, which can cause a Capital One financial review, and now we're just going down a lot of stuff that you don't want to get involved in. You get the point. Okay, now that that's out of the way, when they ask you how much you spend on a credit card, I would not recommend putting anything over 10% of your monthly income in that box. In the same way, when they ask you how much do you spend on your rent or your mortgage, I do not recommend putting anything over 30%. We never want to tell a white lie, of course. However, you see where I'm going with this. They want to make sure you're responsible and they want to make sure that you can handle your own before they even think about giving you an upgrade, because at the end of the day, this is a business decision just as it is a smart move for you. After you do that, you want to go to the chat feature and you want to type in credit upgrade. What's going to happen is they're going to bring up a form and they're going to tell you if you have any upgrades available for your Capital One Platinum card. You may also have upgrades for your other credit cards. It's also going to work for all of them as well. Best part is, if you don't see anything there, don't get nervous. I'm going to put a direct link. It's not sponsored. I don't make any money from it, so chill out. Don't drop any comments saying that. Do not make any money. This is not sponsored. You heard it here first. In the pinned comment is a direct link. It's going to ask you to sign into your account, and it's going to just show you, it's a secret hack, if you have any Capital One offers. So I know that was a lot at once. Hopefully that was helpful. Hopefully you did secure your Capital One upgrade. If you did, drop a comment. If you didn't, drop a comment. I'll do my best to help you. And you're also probably wondering at this point, well, Nick, how do I get a Capital One credit increase on this card? Check out this video right here. I'm going to give you another step-by-step playbook. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.